Welcome to the Pocatello Business Podcast, the only Pocatello podcast focused on providing profits for Pocatello people. If you love our town and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, and have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Pocatello Business Podcast with your friend, host, all-around great guy, and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
All right, everyone, we are back again with another episode of the Pocatello Business Podcast, and we are with Kaitlin McEwen. What is it? Are you the chapter representative? Is that what's your title?
Chapter president, yeah.
Yeah, for the Sleep and Heavenly Peace organization. It's in a 501c non-for-profit organization that puts kids into beds that are currently sleeping on the floors in our communities. And this is an amazing organization. It started in Twin Falls, coincidentally, where Kaitlin was born. And now she lives in Pocatello, and she's running this chapter for us, covering Pocatello, Blackfoot, and where else, Kaitlin?
Out to American Falls.
Out to American Falls. So all the money that's donated to her chapter stays within those limits and are providing beds for these kids. So Kaitlin, say hi to everyone out there in the universe. And before we start, I like to say that Pocatello Business Podcast, we're still sponsored by Dell's Outdoor Advertising. Get top of mind awareness for your customers. Call Rob at 208-232-6886. And if you mention the podcast, he'll give you your first month for free or your installation for free with a 3-month deal. So Kaitlin, back to you. Is there anything I said that was incorrect? And if there is, correct me on it, and then just quickly introduce yourself and your hobbies and your family.
Nope, I think you got it all pretty much. My name's Kaitlin. I am 19 years old. I am the oldest. I have 3 younger siblings. I am a cosmetologist, so I work full-time at a salon in Chubbuck called the Hair Hub. I love anything outdoors. I love adventuring and exploring outdoors. I love to bake and read, and I stay pretty busy with everything. So that's pretty much it.
So what got you involved into this organization?
So my parents are actually high school sweethearts, and they went to high school with who started it originally over in Twin Falls. And so in 2016, we were living down in Utah, and my parents decided that we needed to kind of do something as a family to kind of be good in the world. That's when the last election was, and things were kind of crazy. And so they looked into starting a chapter for Sleep and Heavenly Peace down there in Utah, and we actually started a chapter down there, and it took off like crazy down there in Lehigh is where we were at. And so we ran it for a couple years down there, and then my family moved up here, and then I followed them up here after I graduated cosmetology school. And my parents are like, we're too busy to start a chapter. They both kind of have little part-time jobs with Sleep and Heavenly Peace to just help run the organization because it's grown so big now. And I was like, all right, if you guys aren't going to do it, then I'm going to start it. So I started it last year in June or July. So it's been going for about 1.5 years now.
Very cool. How's it going?
It's going good. It's going crazy.
Good. You get a lot of support over here then.
Yes, the community has been awesome. I have lots of people who are always willing to donate or lend a helping hand, and it's awesome to see the community come together.
Perfect. Now, what are you seeing? Is there any stats or anything in Pocatello that maybe you know of that of kids that don't have beds or sleeping on floors?
So as of right now, I believe I have around 20 kids right now that I have applications for that are sleeping on the floor. This year we have built 47 beds, and then we have delivered 28 beds. We've gotten 28 kids off the floor this year so far, which is pretty good considering we were shut down for a couple months with COVID, I think.
Yeah, that's great. Well, that's crazy. Yeah. So there's 20 people you have, that need beds now. You have beds right now to fulfill them and funds to do those orders right now too?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's good. Now, if people want to get involved and help you guys in your organization, what's the best way to kind of donate or maybe don't you guys do some build days and stuff like that? What's the best way to them to get a hold of you?
So the best way is to follow our Facebook page. It's Sleep in Heavenly Peace Pocatello, I believe. And so all of our major events will post on there. And then I also have a link on there at the top of the page that you can click to donate to the Pocatello chapter. Donations are always great. They help me keep things running. I'm actually just about to submit a mattress order to get some more mattresses, but just to kind of help keep things running that way. I also have a lot of people who will donate brand new bedding and pillows that we take with the beds. And so if you have some of those you want to donate, you can message me on Facebook, and I believe my phone number is on there as well that you can reach out to contact me.
And what size of bedding do you need?
It is twin size.
Twin size beds, okay.
Yep, brand new twin size bedding is what we do.
You won't take any used stuff, it's just all brand new. Okay.
Correct, yep.
And then for those that are out there listening, what does it typically cost? I know, but what does it typically cost for them to donate for a bed and all the bedding?
It is about $400. We have it broken down on our website. If you just want to donate the cost of a pillow or a mattress, where the mattress is like $60, and it all helps. There's no donation is too small, to be honest. So
and $400, that's a bunk bed, right? So
that is a bunk bed. 2
beds, and then you're still doing the $200 for the single bed, right?
Yep. So the $400 covers the lumber that I need for the bunk beds, the mattress, sheets, comforter, pillow, blanket, all the things. So
are you guys giving out more bunk beds you find than single beds, or is it all bunk beds?
So we do single beds. Majority of the time it is bunk beds. Our average request that comes in is a bunk bed, is 2 beds or whatever, but we do single beds, or it'll be a bunk bed and a single bed, just kind of depending on what is better for the family space wise and how many beds they're needing for their kids.
That's wonderful. So I'm sure there's you found it pretty rewarding doing this, because you've started this chapter up again now. Just seeing, are you there when you deliver these beds, or is it how's that?
Yep. So I'll kind of take you through the process. So what we do is we take raw lumber. We kind of do, when we do a build day, we kind of do like an assembly line. We got it down pretty good to a pretty good science, and can kind of whip through a bunch of beds. But we take that raw lumber, we cut it, we sand it, we assemble it into different pieces, and then we stain it as well. And then when we deliver the bed, we take those pieces, and then we take the mattress and the bedding, and assemble the beds there at the home.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, I'm sure that these kids are ecstatic to see a brand new bed come into their home. So that's amazing. So people that are out there, you listening, if you have some, number one, if you just want to be a giving person, reach out to these guys, donate. Like I said, it's a non-for-profit. Or if you're just someone who wants to reduce your tax liability and give that way, this is also a way to do it. What typically on your annual basis, what are your goals to raise every year?
Every year it's just to do more than I did the previous year. I try not to put a number on things, because some years are super crazy and I'll build hundreds of beds, and then the next year maybe we only do 50. But I feel as long as we are building beds and getting kids off the floor, then I'm doing good. We're doing good.
Sure. Do you ever have more requests that outweigh your funds and your current stock of beds?
Yes, for sure. Definitely.
Okay, so we as community need to get on the ball and make sure that doesn't happen going forward. So
Yes.
so you said you have enough beds right now to fulfill the orders, but I know that next, is it every day you're getting requests, or is it weekly?
Yes. Yep. Every day, especially this time of year, I can get 2-3 applications a day. Just this time of year, as it starts to get colder, kids start thinking about it a little bit more. So I have applications coming in year round all the time. And the other cool thing with our applications is maybe you don't need a bed for your kids, but if you know a family who are needing beds for their kids, you can also apply for a bed for them. You can refer them on our website.
Perfect. That's wonderful. I just had a question in my mind. I just went away, like it always does. No, that's good. Do you have any build days coming up that we could?
I do not.
Okay. Is COVID? I could kind of put a splinter in most of those plans, I'm guessing.
Yes, it definitely has. We had a lot of plans this year that didn't end up happening, but that's okay. We're hoping next year it'll be better and we'll be able to do more next year.
Sure. So do you have anything tentatively planned for next year for build days?
Every year, so Lowe's is one of our sponsors. They're super good to work with us. But around October, we will do a big build day with them. This year we built, I believe it was like 38 beds with them one Saturday morning. So that is definitely a big build that we try to do every year with Lowe's.
Okay. And then are you guys responsible? Is each chapter responsible for building and taking care of each one of the beds that go into the people that need them? Or does Twin Falls location pump out a bunch that distribute out to you guys?
So each chapter is typically in charge of doing it, but I know when I started out, there's a chapter up in Rexburg, and they were super awesome to work with, and he actually brought me down like 10 bunk beds or something to get me started before I even did a build. So I was able to take some beds.
That's nice.
That I already had applications for. We're a pretty good community. That way we like to take care of each other. And I know like the Lehigh, Utah chapter, they build a ton of beds. And so sometimes they'll ship some out to other chapters that are struggling to get builds.
Okay.
So
I'll tell you what, this upcoming year, we'll Pocatello Business Podcast, we'll rally and we'll gather some type of event going, and we'll make a big build event for you guys, and we'll just get a bunch of sponsors. So anyone listening to me right now and listen to this episode, if you want to sponsor, if you want to donate or sponsor, to donate your time, money, or goods, anything else. What else do you need besides bedding? Do you ever have any requests for anything else, or is it just the bed, mattresses, and bedding?
as of right now, that's what I need.
So you guys listening to me, Kaitlin will stay in touch, and we'll announce something in the future for a good build day on our Facebook page, and we'll make something happen. We'll get everyone behind this, and we'll pump a bunch of beds out and help these kids in our community. So
Awesome. I'll look forward to that. That'll be sweet.
Perfect. Okay. Well, Kaitlin, I appreciate you being on our episode today. And those are wondering, like she said, go to the Facebook page, Sleep in Heavenly Peace Pocatello, and or you can just Google Sleep in Heavenly Peace Pocatello, and it brings up their page and their donation area as well. But these guys are a great organization. I know we donate funds and stuff from New Clean to build beds for kids, because it's kind of near and dear to our hearts to make sure these kids aren't sleeping on the floor. So, Kate, thank you again, and we'll have you on the show next year when we're hopefully getting this event planned, and we'll get this thing launched off, and we'll do it real good. So,
awesome. Thank you so much, Spencer.
well, everyone listening, go and donate now, especially in the year. Donate. Get some kids off the floor, and then download episodes for our podcast. Go to our YouTube page, subscribe there, and we'll keep this thing alive. So we'll see you guys later, and thanks for listening to the Pocatello Business Podcast.
Congratulations on spending a couple minutes getting just a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Pocatello business community. If you are feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.